Alright, so we're going to have sort of 10, a set of 8 stretches, sorry, and then we'll pause for a second and we'll repeat them on the other side, but we'll put a little bit of variety in to the ones that we don't really need to do right and left of. So our first one, and by the way we're going to be doing rounds of a minute, so very slow in your stretches, breathe nice and slowly, focus on something happy, because stretching's not the most pleasant of things at times. Our first one that we're going to do, we're going to do a forward fold but with our heels, our toes lifted. Yeah, so it's just going to open up the calves a little bit and stretching down towards our feet this way. So it's just a little variation on your normal forward fold. So we'll be starting that in 10 seconds. And just like before, if you've got any injuries, just switch it up. You don't have to follow along with what I'm doing. Alright, and let's go. So, toes lifted, forward fold. Oh, and that feels really intense compared to the normal one. And like I said before, we've got a whole minute in these, so take your time. Also, don't feel like you have to have your legs completely locked out straight. It's fine to have sort of a little micro bend in there just to take the pressure off the knee joint. Ooh, that one went faster than anticipated. So now we're going to do the same stretch, but without the heels lifted. So we're going to do a standard forward fold. Alright, off we go. And you can have your feet together, or you can have a little bit of a gap there. Alright, so our next ones are all going to be focusing on one leg rather than the other. So I'm going to do my left leg all the way through. I like to do my weaker or my worse side first because it's while I still have more energy to sort of concentrate on it and keep good form, and then later on I can do the good leg which doesn't need as much attention. Our first one's going to be a pyramid stretch, which means our legs are straight, hips are full facing, we're going to have the back heel off the floor and we're going to be hinging forward here onto sort of towards our front leg, yeah? Chest towards that shin. Alright? Starting in 5 seconds. So I'm working my left hamstring, but you can do whichever leg you want. If you want, you can keep your hands back here. You can fold them behind your back if it helps. Sometimes it helps to add a little bit of weight to the back, or you can let those hands hang. Another 20 seconds, everyone. Whew, that one's horrible. The bad news is the next one's almost the same, but we're going to have the back foot flat and the front toes up. Yeah, so almost the same. So back foot flat, front toes up, hinge at the hips, down we go. And again, have your hands wherever they're comfortable. Another 24 seconds. Five seconds, guys, nearly there. Oh, horrible stretches. Alright, next one, we're going down to the mat, so we're going to have a lunge for number 5 and a lunge with the quad opener for number 6. So take yourself down, we're still keeping that left leg in front. Although it means technically I'm doing the right hip flexor, but for continuity's sake I'm keeping this left leg in front so I don't get confused. So this one you can either have the knee on the floor with the hips pushing forward, or if you want you can take the knee off the floor, still opening up here. You can add in twists, yeah, anything that feels good on that hip flexor. Alright, starting in 5. So I like to start with this top one. And unlucky for me, my mats are very slippy, so I'm sliding out already. And that's about halfway, so we're 30 seconds in. I think this one will do me the world of good after all those kicks. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and now the one that I really don't like but is so good for me. We're staying in this same position. We're going to lift up that back foot and we're going to open up the quads. If you struggle with this, just stand up and do your normal quad stretch. So yeah, you can do normal quads if you're struggling on this one. And I don't blame you because it's very nasty. Also, if you've got bad knees and you don't like having your knees pushed into the floor for this one, completely understand, it's quite a lot of pressure. Another 30 seconds. It hurts so bad. Is Nuha okay? Nuha's good. Is Jan alright? Jan looks fine, he doesn't look in pain. Nearly there. Oh, horrible. Alright, so our second to last one, we're going to do, it's sometimes called half splits, so I'm not entirely sure that we're really in the half splits. Hips above the knee, and again, falling forward this way. Again, if you don't want to have this knee on the floor, we can do a seated hamstring stretch, so you can come this way as well if you want. Alright, starting in 5 seconds. And I always wobble on this one for some reason. Hadn't guessed, our next one is trying to edge out as close into those splits as we can safely. And Some of you, namely the doolies, will just be straight into the splits. Ella can get straight down into those. Last 20 seconds. Alright, here we go. Let's try and do those splits. Doesn't matter how close you get, just remember it'll be closer now than it was 10 minutes ago. Well done, guys. Good, good, good. 30 seconds. This is a long minute. 10 more seconds. Breathe through, doing really well. 2, 1. Oh, goodness. Well done, everyone. Take on some water because, as you can guess, we've got to do it all on the other side. Alright, we all good? Okay, so because those first 2 stretches that we did, we don't really need to repeat those. So we're going to do a yogi squat for number 1, and then we're going to do a wider forward fold for number 2, just to get into some different muscle groups. So a yogi squat, we're down here, and we're using our elbows to push our knees out. Yeah, it's quite comfortable, to be honest. Alright, 1 minute, starting now. So we've got our butt all the way down. Elbows into the knees, keeping those knees out, don't let them fold in. Well done, Philippa. Well done, Michaela. I see Jan falling over. I saw you. So on the next one, we're just going to open the... Oh, are you alright, Nuha? The next one, we're just going to pop our feet so they're pointing forward, and then we'll fold forward like we've been doing on all the other ones. But it's up to you how wide you have the feet. You might have them just as wide as we have the squat now. You might want to slide them out to your maximum. So about another 15 seconds. Last 10. And to be honest, if I go for a reasonably wide one, my feet are just going to slide out anyway, so I might as well go for this wide one. Alright. 2, 1, off we go. So we're either folding like this, or you can let those legs just keep drifting. Still have 30 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Well done. Alright, next two are the pyramids. So pyramid 1 with the back heel off the floor, and then pyramid 2 with the front toes off the floor. Let's go. So we're on the right hand side. Heels up, legs are straight, I'm wobbling, and over I go. Another 20 seconds. Last 10. Lovely, drop that heel down for the next one, and we'll be pulling the toes up. Alright. Off we go. So a quarter of the way already. Keep breathing lovely and slowly. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Last 10, guys. Awesome, down we come. So lunge time. So we've got this one, we've got the one for the knee off the floor, we can twist any kind of lunge that you want. Open up that hip flexor on the back leg. Halfway. Last 15. I always used to hate doing hip flexor stretches when I was young. That's why I always had problems with my hips. So I've learned to love it in time. Alright, so then we've got our half splits or hamstring stretch, so you can either do this one, which I was doing before, or you can pop yourself on your bottom and reach this way if you want. Oh no, it's not. Ignore me, I'm wrong. We're doing this one. So quads. We can't miss the quad opener. Again, you can do this one standing if you don't want to have your knee on the floor. Well done. Whether you do this one or the standing up one, it requires quite a bit of balance. So don't worry if you're wobbling all over the place. Hoping we're nearly there. I can't see the clock. Yes. Right, now we're doing the hamstrings. So either this one or the sitting down one. 20 seconds left. Just keep folding over that leg. Nice, and our final one, stretching out, seeing how low we can go. Within reason, yeah? Don't hurt yourself. Off we go. We still have 30 seconds. Well done, everyone. My hip flexor's screaming at me right now. Last 5. Awesome. Very, very good. Take your time. Do not rush.
Activity completed.
Thank you. Alright, I'm glad we did that. I'm going to feel much better after doing all those kicks. So give me 1 second and then we'll say goodbye.